Wow. That's weird. Why is that sideways? Oh, silly Facebook. Good morning, whoever's watching me. I can see there's two little stalkers online. Just sharing to groups right now. Sorry about the construction noise in the background, but they're up early. Sounds like I'm in, like, it sounds like Israeli gunfire. Good morning, Pat, or good afternoon, Pat. I forget you're in maybe East Coast time. But it sounds a bit like gunfire outside this morning. I guess today it's a little bit, I don't know, more on my nerves than normal. Let's just say that. I have to say, I feel a bit, I don't know. I'm trying to gather my energy and get back to that star card from yesterday. Good morning, Ducky. Good morning, Kristen. I am trying to get my space into a more positive minded space. Let's just say that. And that noise outside is like really working me today. Thank you for sharing, Pat. Please like, share, subscribe, follow, do whatever you need to do to help me get the word out. I would greatly appreciate it. I hope you guys can hear me over all of that noise. It's a lot today. It just feels really loud today. I'm not sure why today it's extra bothersome, but it is. So I'm just going to go with that. I'm not going to try and hide that from anyone. Wow. So, let me see here. Did I get everybody? One moment. I'm just finishing up here. Okay. I think I got everybody there. So hopefully that will work. Let me try putting on some music maybe. That might dull out this sort of jackhammering. Wow, it's so loud this morning. I don't know. Maybe they're getting closer to the house. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. But whatever, I'll deal with it. It will be okay. I don't know if that music's gonna help drown it out. Okay. Tina Warbonnet, are you in Warbonnet? Wait, Warbonnet, in Montana, there's a hotel called the Warbonnet Best Western. I've stayed in it twice. I'm not doing personal readings, Tina, but if you are, that is crazy. If you're in Montana and you're named Tina Warbonnet because of Montana, that would be funny. I have family in Forsyth. It is really annoying. I know, Pat. I'm sorry. And hey, Tanya, how are you? Thank you for tuning in. Hey, Susan Lee, Sumner Hollingsworth. Well, go have a great session. You can always rewatch later. It will be up and posted everywhere that I normally post. So let's get started because that construction noise is driving me nuts this morning. And I don't know what to do about it. I'm looking to connect today with my dad. He died when I was 13, and I hope this doesn't sound strange, but my dog, he saved me from a long heroin addiction, and he died in May. Hey, Jamie D. Pasquale, I just saw your message. I can understand the powers of dogs saving us from ourselves. My dogs have done the same for me, and I think that that's beautiful that you're sharing that. Unfortunately, this is a daily forecast that I do. I'm not doing personal readings for people. I'm also in recovery myself, bud, so you're doing good work. I can tell you that, and I know that your dad and your dog would certainly want you to stay happy and healthy, okay? But I don't portray myself as a medium, so I don't necessarily always have contact with the other side at will, okay? Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But right now, what I do in the mornings, this is just a morning broadcast to let everybody kind of know, like a predictive card for the collective of people that watch this video. The intention is to pick a card to show the energy of today and how we best might want to relate to it. Does that make sense? If you want to watch today, this card is for everybody. It's a kind of a broad reading for everyone on the energy of the day. But I understand, you're looking to contact your dad. Keep looking. I'll say a prayer for you that you find the right person that can help you to do that. Right now, I can't guarantee that I would even be able to do that. And I know that I'd be more than 100% certain that your dad and your dog are around you, making sure you're okay, buddy. Like, I really believe that. I know that mine are. Because I've lost my dad too. Ooh. What a morning. Okay. Just keep up the good work, Jamie. Keep up the good work, dude. I know it's not easy. That's funny because I had these strange dreams last night about drugs and dogs. That's so weird. I woke up this morning to going like I dreamt about drugs and dogs. Okay. So let's bring it into present time, into the present moment. And we're looking at Tuesday, July 9th. We're looking for the energy for the collective, for all of us as a group, for those of us that watch this video currently, and also those of us that come across it throughout the day. We're looking for the energy that is going to best, overall represent the energy for today and what we might be facing, okay? And how we can best face it, for insight and how we can best face it. So let's breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth and bring ourselves into present time. And I'm going to shuffle for the card, okay? It's funny, my dog's underneath my desk right now, looking at my knee. Part of this whole construction thing that's bugging me, well, the shuffles are feeling good, that's good. Part of this whole construction thing that's bugging me is I don't feel like we can let the dogs out. The noise has got them all kind of scattered and like whacked out. And so I feel bad for the dogs because I want to let them sort of be free and go outside, but they're like really freaked out by the construction. And just makes me feel bad. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna say this, guys. The cards feel good today. Like they don't feel, I hope we don't get a really nasty card, but it feels like stuff doesn't feel too heavy. It feels okay. And it's funny because it feels like it's, things are coming together. There's maybe a slight heaviness, but not a lot of resistance. So it says to me that maybe some of you guys might be a little bit depressed or caught in your emotions a little bit. And this is for not all of you, but some of you. It's just sort of what I'm picking up from the card. So I'm talking to a bunch of people that may come across this video. Some of you might be caught up in your emotions a little bit, but that stuff is stuff that we can sort of control or that we can kind of choose when and where to deal with, right? So we don't necessarily have to allow that to get in our way. It's good to feel these things. We don't want to like stuff them. We don't want to deny them. But that would be sort of the heaviness. It doesn't feel like it's the outside environment that would be getting in our way as much, although mine could be a little bit. To me, it didn't feel like resistance. Usually when I feel resistance in the cards, it means like we're getting trouble from like, say, coworkers, relationships, family, job, outside influences, right? This feels more like a heaviness to the shuffle, which feels like it's more internal, right? So we're maybe working through our internal stuff and that's okay. And that's only for some of us, not for all of us. The majority of the shuffles felt light, felt crisp, felt like the cards were coming together easily. So I feel like if we stay concentrated on what is right and good, we can, just move through the day pretty easily. So the card that we get today is the universe. Okay? I'm going to put this up in Buddha's lap. It appeared as though Buddha's working this morning, so Buddha's back to work. For those of you that were worried yesterday, he had a day off. There he goes. Hey, Buddha. Let me see. Tina Warbonnet, so the people in my dream mean let go. Okay, I don't know. You guys are reading each other in the group. Go right ahead. The card is the universe, which, first thing off, I'm going to say this. The universe is kind of like, to me, in this deck, it's it's sort of like, to me, the world card, in a way. It sort of feels like we can have whatever it is we want. We can create whatever it is we want. There's all sorts of different things floating around here in space that we can choose from. We're kind of thinking about what fits us best, where we want it to be, how we want it to be. But I feel like this center statue here is us in the middle, sort of maybe some of us might be afraid to make a decision. Good morning, Belen. Some of us might be afraid to make a decision or take a step forward in our choices because there may be too many choices, or we feel as though there's not enough choices or not the right choices. But let me tell you this card is the universe, which means that, like, if we start to play with the energy and the belief that the universe is there to work with us. Good morning, Patricia Costco. If we start to believe that the energy of the universe is there to work with us, not against us, and we start to get in line with that, we really start to wake up to the idea that no decision we make is really ever wrong, right? No decision or no choice that we ever make, we don't need to fear, because the universe can always sort of, if we get down a certain path and we find that, like, it's not necessarily the right path for us, or it's bringing us sadness or upset or anger or resentment or whatever, and we need to change course, we certainly can do that. We have the universe backing us. So if some of you feel like you're already in that place of where you're feeling a little bit stuck in some of the choices that you've made, or you're feeling fearful about making choices at this time because you don't know what's best for you or what's going to be the right, perfect choice, don't get caught up in that. I'm sorry about this noise, guys. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm so sorry. And this is, I gotta say this too, guys. We had that star card yesterday. Universe is also major arcana. We had a lot of major arcana cards last week too. 4 out of 7, or 5 out of 7, something like that. So it was like over half of the cards that came up for the last week's forecasts were major arcana. And we're starting off this week with, sort of 2 big players, the star yesterday and the universe. And the other thing I want to say too is the universe, within the universe, the stars live, right? So if we still want that energy of the star card from yesterday, we can still run that and be in that today and still experience this universe card. So I think this is all about sort of realizing that we can have what we want as long as we're sure that we want it. And then we have the ability to allow ourselves to go after it. Does that make sense? Don't fear whatever it is you want. Let me just bring Buddha a little bit closer. Don't fear whatever it is we want. Don't fear, like, maybe I'm going to make the wrong decision. Some of us might have thoughts now that's coming into my mind that, like, oh, I'm not allowed to have everything I want. That's just not how life works out. Where did we learn that? Probably from our parents, probably from our grandparents, probably just from society. Oh, nobody can have everything. It's like that very simple phrase that we all adopt and believe, money doesn't grow on trees. Well, like, if you want to manifest abundance, you better start fucking believing that money grows on trees, because that's a good place to start if you want more money. I know it sounds goofy, guys, but, like, when you open yourself up to the ideas that the universe is actually working with you versus against you, things will change, things will shift. This statue will loosen up and be able to make a decision and not feel like it's sort of maybe questioning in the middle, okay, what do I want? And the thing is, the good thing about this statue in the middle questioning is that On some level, we're aware that we will get whatever it is we think about. On a deeper, more subconscious level, we are aware of that. That's probably why our mind is fearing, oh shit, I don't want the wrong thing, I don't want the wrong thing, I don't want the wrong thing. But you know what we're doing? We're focusing on not wanting the wrong thing. So the universe says, oh, I hear her say wrong thing, let's give her some more of that. And we get more of the wrong thing, and then we're like, oh shit, I don't want more of the wrong thing, I don't want more of the wrong thing, and it becomes like a cycle, right? Instead, let's focus on, I want more of the right thing, I want more of the right thing, I want what is right, what is right. And if it isn't completely right 100% of the time, that's okay, because we can move on to the next right thing each and every time. The universe is backing us up in that, right? The universe doesn't go away, it doesn't like stop being around us, it's all the way around us all the time. So, like a lot lately in my meditations, I'm going to turn Buddha off, guys, just so I don't feel like my cheek is getting cut off. A lot of times in my meditations, I've been thanking the universe and asking it like consciously to play with me. Please come and play with me. Show me what you can do. Show me what I'm capable of. Show me who I am. And give me those opportunities to see those things, right? And so that's what I've been trying to do in the endings of my meditations, is closing them out and allowing the universe in to play with me, to have fun, to co-conspire with me, to help me to make the life that I want. Now, do I want construction and gunfire like sounds outside my front door? No. But what this is telling me is it's time to move on. So now I'm working on the idea and the possibility of moving on. Do I feel a little bit stuck like that statue, like this statue here in the middle right now? Yes. But do I believe that the universe is helping me and working on it? Yes. Sometimes the universe moves a little bit slower in time than we do, because they don't have, on the opposite side of the spectrum, or not the opposite side of the spectrum, on the other side of the spectrum, right, in the spirit world, time doesn't really exist for them. So they don't, I mean, I believe that, like, that's just my belief. I could be wrong, but I don't think that they're all wearing watches and like running late, okay? They all know sort of the bigger plan or divine timing, and this card is sort of like about trusting in that a little bit, knowing that where we are, almost taking that, like, that statue that's in the center that feels stuck and relaxing right where we are in the present moment, and just let the universe bring it to us. We get the free will, we get the choice, right? We get to choose what we want, and the universe will bring it to us. But if we're focusing on what we don't want, then the universe is going to bring us more of what we don't want. If we focus on what we're fearing and what we're trying to avoid, that's what probably the universe is going to give us some form of that. So I would say relax in the center of your universe today and ask it to consciously ask it to come in and play with you today a little bit. Show you signs, even small signs, that it's there watching you, helping you, and allow it in. Allow that magic in, allow that power in. We all deserve it, we all have access to it, we can all flow with it, or we can stand in the current and let it flow against us. Does that make sense? So, I would say, this is a powerful card. This is, again, I can't stress enough that I feel like there's something going on with all of this planetary stuff going on right now in this first half of July, that this is really an opportunity for us to sort of readjust our brains. Good morning, Terry. Readjust our brains, readjust our thoughts, readjust our desires, readjust who we are, start closing chapters, closing doors on things that we no longer serve us or that no longer work for us, and start opening newer doors with newer ideas, with things that are more inspiring, that make us happier and that raise our vibration, right? And so I think that's why we're getting all of these heavy hitter cards that are coming through during this period, because the universe is here. It's giving us the energy. The star card is here. She's giving us the energy that we just need to tap into it. We need to accept it. We need to be aware of it, know it exists, know that we can call upon it, and let it be there and utilize it for our highest good. It's okay to want your highest good. It's okay to focus on what is your highest good. Not your highest worry, not your highest fear, but what is for your highest good. And then trust your intuition around that. Do you know what I mean? Like if something says, that feels really good, that's what I want, and it maybe doesn't seem like the best it might feel risky or scary or whatever, you've got to let that fear go and trust that the universe, your guides, your own spirit will give you the answers as they come, as you move forward into that good feeling space. Okay? I'm going to leave you with that. The other thing that I always like to say that I'm going to close up with, please like, share, follow, and subscribe to the channel. Please post wherever you think it could best be utilized. My YouTubers, please, guys, share it wherever you need to share it so that I get some YouTube followers, because I want to change the address. We're hovering at 91 or 92 followers and I need 100. So please do that. I am available for private readings, which are a little bit more in detail. Those can be booked via my link. Let me give you the Linktree information. And this is how to get a hold of me on Facebook, where my business page is on Facebook, and all of that stuff. If you have any questions, you can message me there. It's still not letting me enter shit into the chat. I don't know what that's about. Good morning, Hope Haley Hamilton. So I'm available for that, but the one last thing I want to leave you with is basically, no matter what the card is, no matter how you're feeling, no matter what you're struggling with, it's all just energy. And it all really is a blessing. Every day that we get up, if you can get up and find the blessings or the gratitude, even for things that aren't necessarily serving you or you don't feel as though they're in line with what you want, what they're doing is they're showing you what you want by showing you what you don't want, okay? So they actually are doing you a service. This gunfire out here or this construction out here is doing me a service, because it's letting me know that, okay, it's time to move on. So now I have to work on the manifesting of moving on, right? And I have been at work on that, but it's just, to me, this is further confirmation that, indeed I'm right. My gut is right, because there's this part of me that fears, like, oh my God, I worked so hard to get down here. Am I sure I want to give this up? Am I sure? The universe will let you know. Yeah, you're sure. There's 3 more years of this. I'm not doing 3 years of this. I'm trying to build a business and help others, and I can't do that with gunfire happening in the background. So it's not gunfire, but it sounds like it. Anyways, so it's all just energy, and it's all totally a blessing. And once you figure out that, and you start to look at things as if they are a blessing and be thankful for them, even a little bit. Like, sometimes we can't be fully thankful. I know I sound a bit like a Pollyanna, and let me tell you, I have moments where I'm not 100% thankful at all. Like this morning I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh, to this noise. I was like, how am I supposed to do this today? How am I supposed to... But I had to remember, I had to sit and center and get my space together and remind myself, this is just another sort of way that the universe, which is the card that shows up today, responds to me and says, it's time, you're ready, let's do this. Because I've been inviting it in. I've been asking, show me what's next. Show me where to go. And trusting my spirit, right? So I have to work today on finding the blessing, but as I find the blessing and get in gratitude, the ease with which that will bring to me around situations that I can't control is invaluable, right? So you guys, that's just my suggestion. That's what I practice, and I want to share that with you, and hopefully you can practice it too. If you do and you notice changes, both positive or negative, please leave comments, especially those of you on YouTube, comment below. If there's anything you guys would like to see as far as videos, comment, let me know on Facebook or on YouTube. Put comments in. Please like the videos, please share the videos, help me get the word out there. And again, I will be on tomorrow morning to look at Wednesday. On Sundays, I do a 3-card pull for the entire week. Remember, we have that 9 of Worlds as our midweek card, right? We're not quite at the midweek yet. So we still have that rejoicer energy. We're still supposed to be finding that joy in things, even if it's a little bit harder for us. The 9 of Worlds is that harvest card, which is about like what we plant is what we sow. What seeds we're planting right now is what we're going to reap and sow later. So try and stay as positive minded as you can. Try and stay in gratitude as much as you can, even when it's hard. I know when it's hard. Like this morning, I didn't want to get up. I did not want to get up, and I don't like that. But I will work hard at finding my joy today, because that's what I have to do. That's part of the work. And as you do that, it gets easier and easier, and things will change. I promise you that. I've experienced that many times, and I also have to remind myself of that many times too, over. But I think that this also, and then I'll be quiet. This is a key time where we learn this. This is a very key time where we learn this, because we're going to start to shed some of these behaviors that don't serve us anymore, and we're going to stop doing them by probably mid-month. We're going to close the door on them because of what's going on with these eclipses and stuff, guys. So really be hopeful, really be in joy, find your happiness wherever you can get it, even if it's in small amounts, and then focus on it. Put your attention and your intention on that happiness and stay with it as long as you can. And that is going to have an effect much greater than you even expect. Okay? All right. I love you guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day, wherever you are. And remember that the universe is with you and conspiring to help you through whatever situation you may be in. All right. Take care. You're welcome, Pat. You're welcome, Belen. You're welcome, Ducky. You're welcome, Kristen. I'll see you guys all later. Bye-bye.